Una good evening, my country people. Na news at 9. I carry come una the mouth from Wisdom Yard Television. My name na Toyosi Adeshino. Make una listen to the koko wey dey inside the tori. 48,000 naira federal government proposed new minimum wage na increase or decrease. Why dem tell this man say he no be British citizen after 42 years he leave UK. Emirates Airlines go resume their services for Naija. Emirates Airlines go resume their services for Nigeria from 1st October 2024. This na wetin operators of the airline talk. Emirates bin stop their flight for Nigeria sake of gbege wey dem bin dey get with Nigeria government since 2021. According to statements wey dem post for their social media platform X, dem go dey operate daily services between Lagos and Dubai. Dem go also give customers more choice and connectivity from the largest city for Nigeria wey be Lagos too and through Dubai too. We dey happy to resume our services to Nigeria. The Lagos-Dubai service dey traditionally popular to Nigeria customers, and we hope to reconnect leisure and business travelers to Dubai and onwards to our network of over 140 destinations, Deputy President and Chief Commercial Officer of Emirates Adnan Kazim talk. Dem thank Nigerian government for their partnership and support to re-establish the route. Dem add say dem dey look forward to welcome passengers back on board. According to the statement, the flight EK783 go comot from Dubai at 9:45 and e go arrive Lagos by 15:20. The return flight EK784 go comot from Lagos by 17:30 and land for Dubai by 5:10 the next day. Emirates say dem don build strong bilateral trade relations with Nigeria for many years as a major economic hub in Africa, Nigeria and the UAE. Dem explain say as dem dey resume passenger flight for Nigeria, dem go support Nigeria businesses by exporting their goods from Dubai into key markets like UAE, Malaysia, Hong Kong and Bahrain and many more with their sky cargo. Dem go export items like kola nut, foods and beverages and urgent courier material. Dem go also import important goods like pharmaceuticals and electronics as well as general cargo from key markets such like the UAE, India and Hong Kong. For 13 December 2021, na im Emirates Airlines suspend their flight between Nigeria and Dubai. Nigeria bin impose directive wey reduce Emirates to operate one flight per week to Nigeria through Abuja. The Naija government dey propose to add 18,000 naira to the current 30,000 naira national minimum wage, making it 48,000 for the new minimum wage, according to the leadership of the organized labour. But this na far cry from the 615,000 naira wey the labour unions for Nigeria bin don present to government as wetin dem believe suppose be the new minimum wage. A proposal the government also described as unrealistic. The national president of the Trade Union Congress, Festus Oshifo, talk say 48,000 naira dey even lower than wetin the least any federal worker dey currently earn. Remember say President Bola Tinubu bin announce a 35,000 naira wage award to federal workers from October 2023 until a new minimum wage go start. It means say the least personnel for the Nigeria civil service they currently earn at least 65,000 naira monthly. The government proposal of a small 48,000 naira as the new minimum wage na insult to the sensibilities of Nigerian workers, and it also falls short of meeting our needs and aspirations. The NLC and TUC talk for a joint statement on Wednesday. Government authorities never make any comments yet about this recent developments. One retired 74-year-old Ghanaian man wey don live for UK for nearly 50 years must wait for 10 years before the Home Office go let am fit stay permanently for the country. Nelson Shade wey come from Walase for Wira for many years bin assume say im officially don become British citizen. He only discover say no be so for 2019 after he don pay taxes all im adult life. Now he must pay thousands of pounds to stay and to use the National Health Scheme (NHS). The Home Office don refuse to comment on the ongoing legal case. Retired news agent Oga Shade bin first come UK for 1977 to study accountancy on student visa wey allow am to work. After one coup for im country, Ghana, im family no longer fit send am money for the school fees. He begin do different jobs like baking Mother Pride bread and Kipling cakes near Southampton and bending chocolate for Winchester. He say nobody ever question him right to live or work for UK. He marry one British woman and then move go Walese to run him own business, one news agent dem call Nelson News. When that marriage end, he marry another British woman and dem get two sons, Jacob and Aaron. Oga Shade don perform jury service for 2007. He collect police award for bravery after he fight one robber wey bin dey attack one delivery man with baseball bat. But for 2019, when he apply for passport to go back Ghana after the death of him mother, dem tell am say he no be British. The Home Office say him no get right to dey for UK. Before I end the tori, make una listen to the koko wey dey inside it again. 48,000 naira. Federal government proposed new minimum wage. Na increase or decrease? Why dem tell this man say e no be British citizen after 42 years he leave UK? This na the end of the tori. My name na Toyosi Adeshino.
Afternoon, good evening. You're welcome to another edition of News Review brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adeliri, and with me in the studio this beautiful afternoon is...
I'm Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess, the man who resemble wicked. Good afternoon to all of us all over the world.
Good afternoon, sir. It's been a while. He went to meet your brother, right?
Something like that.
I hope you already settled this. You settled the issue going between him and
you see, that issue is beyond my capacity.
But you still try your best.
The president intervention on the matter. I
just hope we will settle just cause one day. Like I said earlier, welcome to this beautiful day. I pray it becomes a fruitful day for us all. We want to thank all our sponsors out there that always are staying true to us. That is Nokpa Herbals and King Victor Nigeria Enterprises. Nokpa Herbals deals with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Cool, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Flusher, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Powder. Why King Victor Nigeria Enterprises deals with any kind of foodstuffs, distance is not a barrier. For Nokpa, you can send in a DM or call 070101085549. How is the weather today, sir?
Well, the weather is somehow cool. Well, it's a very lovely weather.
I think I'm beginning to love this weather. It's actually a cool one. You know, it's tradition. Bring to you news that raised it up. We'll go on a short commercial break. We'll come back and we'll continue from where we'll stop. But we will not be the only ones talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. I'll be starting with Vanguard newspaper this afternoon. It says, contest in new elections. APC group tells former Rivers lawmakers. Cut ties with corrupt elements or face consequences. EFCC wants CSOS. Jonathan Obasanjo advocates return to sustainable development plans. Reps condemn assault on female doctor in FMC Kefi. On Punch newspaper we have minimum wage. Labour dumps negotiation over federal government 48,000 naira proposal. Our corruption is people driven. Politician shares what they steal with people. Senator Undume. Autopsy failed to reveal cause of Mohbad's death. Pathologist. On Daily Post newspaper we have hardship. MBS report shows 3 states in Nigeria with highest food prices. Don't kill politicians who steal billions. Undume gives condition for death penalty. NAFDAC arrests 5 for allegedly selling fake cosmetics in Abuja. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we will continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. The family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, the family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. That is one of our sponsors, Nokpa. Like I said earlier, they deal with Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Cool, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Flusher, Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, just send in a DM or call the number 070101085549. Yours is to order, ours is to deliver. And one thing is, distance is not a barrier, and your health is wealth. So the first one I have, minimum wage. Labour dumps negotiation over federal government's 48,000 naira proposal.
Well, I wouldn't blame the Labour member for dropping that kind of a negotiation, because that was not the initial agreement with the federal government.
Yeah.
48,000 naira.
Out of
how much? 615,000 naira. How much does all those politicians, how much is their salary? Now, if you could go through this morning news, another $500 million has been approved by the Senate. The loan that the president pushed to the Senate. What are they going to use all this money for? 90 billion naira was used to subsidize Hajj fare for those people that are traveling to Hajj, and still you cannot pay 615,000 naira for each workers. And look at the condition of the country now. Things are getting tougher every blessed day.
Like, I'm kind of suggesting the situation we find ourselves in this country, which is not supposed to be. I should be able to come out anywhere, any day, anytime, and talk proudly about my country that I actually hail from. But I'm beginning to feel this kind of, I don't know how to put it. I don't know. I am not proud of. Should I say I'm not proud
of the country? Why would someone be proud of the country?
Because even the leaders are not making me proud
of the country. The president of the so-called country said to those people that are abroad that they should come home after 2 months of his sending
we that were in Naija that will know the shaggy that
we are looking for a way of getting out of the country, because the country is choking everybody. A lot of people are dying now a lot of people are jobless based on what they wanted to offer them, that they can't get it. Even some set of people are even looking for where they're going to get their daily needs.
The body of news says the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress, NLC and TUC on Wednesday dumped the minimum wage negotiation after the federal government offered to pay 48,000 naira, a figure far below the 615,000 naira the union were demanding as the new national minimum wage. After abandoning the session, the furious Labour leaders summoned an emergency press conference where they vented their displeasure with the offer, describing it as an insult to the sensibilities of Nigerian workers. This was the second time in 2 weeks that the negotiation had run into trouble. The last session held on April 29 deadlocked after organized labor insisted on 615,000 naira minimum wage. I think what they want to do this time around, they are ready to sit tight, the NLC and the TUC.
When you look at what is going on in the NLC, it was like maybe because a lot of people have been coming out complaining about Ajaro's activities in the labor.
I am part of those who complained.
Because the way Ajaro was handling the issue, it was like it was like taking something negligent as if it doesn't concern them.
I would tell, because my mind will be probably they've actually bribed
Ajaro. That's why he's not pushing forward for the welfare of the workers. And now that they are coming out to sit tight, I believe the federal government should do the needful and call them to round table and see what they can offer them. 48,000 naira minimum wage is nothing to write off in this hard economy.
It is in the
different kind of politics that you people wake up early in the morning and give different kind of politics that can just shock and kill the whole. That 48,000 naira. Now, for somebody who normally goes out with transport to his working place, would that 48,000 naira be enough for him for the transportation fare? For a month, not to talk of the feeding, and some other things, the things that he needs to take care of in his house.
However, the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero, explained that the amount was arrived at after analyzing the current economic situation and the needs of an average Nigerian family of that's 615,000 naira. After they sat down, they brought out the analysis: money for food, money for student school fees, money for transportation fees.
They got allowance for sitting, they got sitting allowance, they got wardrobe allowance, they got their car being fueled by the federal resources. At the end of the day, what is their take home? They can't even come out to tell the old Nigerians that this is what they take home. You remember when they said their salary should be slashed into two? Well, a senator came out and said even the ones that were being given to them is not sufficient for them.
That one that they are giving to them that is not sufficient for them, they can make it a minimum wage for the Nigeria Labour Congress now. Since it is not enough for you that you are still under the AC, you eat at your own displeasure.
It's not sufficient for them and they are not ready to do that.
No, they can't leave. Sir, they can't leave.
And this set of people were the people that came in, that 750 million naira was set aside, given to each senator for to go and purchase some jeep. And they did not refuse of collecting that money
can't.
because you don't understand what is going on.
They can't.
They refuse the money and to think of what the own country is going through.
Sir, they can't refuse it because if I were to be in the shooter, I won't refuse it. There's an adage in my dialect that says, you see the leg of a madman, you do not hold on to it. When do you want to see the leg of a wise man? They already see us as people that when we just cajole them, we give them little, they will put us in power.
Exactly.
They already see us, so they treat us the way they see us. Now, Joe Ajero said, let me give you a breakdown of how we arrived at the figure. We have housing and accommodation of 40,000 naira. That's the least. Because I know if you want to get an accommodation of 40,000 naira in this Lagos that we are,
40,000
probably you are in the slum
per month.
You are in the slum. Even in the slum, we know how much they are paying.
Look at
which Ajegule. The house that was built under the bridge that they demolished, how much are they? 250,000 naira.
No, the man later came out to deny the allegation against him that if he had been collecting 250,000 naira per annum from this set of people, he wouldn't be in that place.
No. We had saw electricity of 20,000 naira, and of course that was before the current tariff increase. Nobody can spend this amount currently. We have a utility that is about 10,000 naira, and they are doing 48,000 naira. Now I'm calculating about 70,000 naira. Now we looked at kerosene and gas, and that's about 25 to 35,000, and that's 105.
Yes, exactly.
That's now 105,000 naira.
Kg per
we look at food for a family of 6. That's about 90,000 naira in a day. For 30 days, it's 270,000. So 105 plus 270,000 naira. We're having about 300 plus. Look at medical with the 50,000 naira provided. There will be no surgery or whatever. That's just in case of emergency, headache, malaria, typhoid, and for clothing, we look at 20,000 naira. For education, 50,000 naira. I don't know about those who try to put their children in private schools. They will not be able to cope with this amount. We also have sanitation, 10,000 naira, whereby they will come and pack your dirt and you still pay them. I think they will have another bulk of money is transportation. That is because the workers stay on the fringe, and because of the cost of petrol, we amounted to 110,000 naira
per month.
Per month.
How much would it use to take a cab from your house?
So after they did all the calculations, what they arrived at was 615,000 naira. That has not even, they did not remove their pocket money.
Money out of which, if the 615,000 naira is being paid to them, at least with the present condition of the country, they can still go or abide with it. They can still manage this. How much is a bag of rice now? When before Babalukon came in, before the president came in, a bag of rice was around 22,000 naira.
25.
When they came in, the bag of rice was about 85,000 naira.
We almost bought a bag of rice for 90,000 naira.
90,000 naira. Now the bag of rice is almost 85,000 naira. Compared to yam, compared to pepper, compared to other things. There was a day I told my wife, okay, they said there was no stew in the house. Okay, let's prepare a stew at least to manage for that night. My wife said I should go and bring 4,000 naira. I said, for what?
For stew.
Just for stew for a night.
It won't shock you that you would actually finish that stew that night.
Not that you are going to put meat to, just try to look for skin meat. So that's normal. And fish or dry fish, you just put it and let it's a 4,000 naira. I said, what for? Okay, let me go and buy it myself. When I got to the pepper seller,
you will spend more than 4,000
naira. When I got to the pepper seller, if you see the little amount of pepper that the woman said, I'm going to pay 2,500 naira for. Not to talk of other things, not to talk of red oil, not to talk of this, not to talk of how we are going to grind it. You see, at the end of the day, I later discovered, my mind later opened that, okay, wow.
If I
so this is what we are
giving her the 4,000. Because at the end of the day, you will find yourself spending more than that 4,000.
Going through in this whole country.
The next one I have, this one, I don't know whether you are going to agree. You know, but I agree, you are almost leaving the country now.
Yes.
I was tempted to say, I want to come and sit down here and live here. Because the rate at which things were cheaper, their food, you eat luxuries and all that.
Badagry is very good. It's closer.
But
now, when you go to
I dare not.
In fact, you whisper the capital letters of your name based on the border that was being shot. And I don't know why the federal government had just said, let me say the so-called APC, since ever they came on board, life has never remained the same for the masses.
It has been from one problem to another.
One problem to another. If care is not taken with the way APC are going, they might end up losing the election in 2027. And I pity Ganduje. Ganduje
the APC chairman.
To have come out telling people, telling the opponent party that there's no space for them in Aso Rock in 2027.
You that you still having case.
You have case with the federal government. You are coming out to say that there is no vacancy in Aso Rock. That is not the next step. The next step is to tell the president to do the needful, and that we make life easier for the masses, the set of people that voted the president in. Even in Arewa now, they were blaming themselves, the Northern Elder Forum blaming themselves that they voted APC in the
They can't look me in the eyes and tell me that they are blaming themselves. They should better endure that they are blame on themselves.
Because when Baba was giving them 50 billion naira, when
so nobody heard it.
Nobody heard. There was a market. There was a fire incident that happened in Bodija in Ibadan. In the southern part
what
of the
country. What
did Baba did not even pay.
Because he knows you cannot offer him anything good here in Southwest. So he took his all these things to the north. And he knows most of these people in the north, they are illiterate. They don't know what they want. They just want to give us more money and we'll bring you in. That is where we have the highest population in Nigeria. So he knows how to play his game, and the game was well played. He said according to Lagos, 4.74%, Edo 4.06%, and Yobe 3.99% recorded the slowest rise in food inflation. This development comes on as April's headline and food inflation surged to 33.69% and 40.53% respectively. So these are the states that actually inflated the food prices in their state. We are begging you, take it easy on we the poor masses. We are still begging the federal government to increase the salary to for the 615,000 naira. They are bringing 48,000 naira. I want to see what the NLC would actually do come May 31st of this month. Let's see what they are going to do. If they are still going to continue in this their so-called strike, or they are going to bow down to the threat of the federal government. We've come to the end of today's news review. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram at Wisdom Yard Online TV. I remember my humble self, Oduwayo Adele. Thank you for joining me in the studio, Ambassador Oluwa Rotimi. And our sponsors to say a very big thank you to you, King Victor Nigeria Enterprises and Nokpa Abels. So we'll come again on your screen, guys. Be good and be fine. Bye.